iBrandTV. Business first.
True unripe plantain flour is 100% natural flour gotten from the processing of unripe plantain. It contains no addictive and has a net content of 500 grams. True unripe plantain flour contains vitamin A, B6 and C. It is gluten-free and rich in calcium. Consuming true unripe plantain flour helps to build and strengthen stronger bones and can be a great meal for diabetic patients. It decreases your chances of constipation as it has a high fiber content and provides you with a low-fat diet. Here are some steps to prepare your true unripe plantain flour. Firstly, mix true unripe plantain flour with hot water in a pot and gradually add water till you achieve desired thickness. Place over medium heat and turn very well for 4 to 5 minutes to get the right texture. Mold into a ball and place in a bowl and allow to cool. Serve with your choice of soup. True unripe plantain flour can be eaten with any variety of soup, be it your ofe oha, ofe onugbu, begiri, ewedu, or your miyan kuka. To get your true unripe plantain flour, contact us at 12 Olowera Isheri Road by First Welder bus stop off Omole Phase 2, Olowera, Lagos, Nigeria, or call 070-6663-8213 or 081-6397-4447. Distributors. It's a beautiful Friday morning here in the city of Lagos State, the center of excellence, which is also the commercial hub of Nigeria. And it's a wonderful day to be on the show. It's a wonderful feeling to be on the show today. But I'm not doing this alone. I'm doing it with my amazing co-host. But before then, my name is Margaret Opera. And yes, I have my super amazing and professional co-host, Michael Nat. Good morning, Michael.
Yeah, good morning.
Why did you laugh when I mentioned professional? Aren't you professional?
We're all professionals in this business.
And you called me for professional yesterday, so today it's my turn to reciprocate the...
Beautiful.
Oh,
that's cool with me.
Oh, yeah.
Yesterday it was a rainy morning.
Yeah.
Today it promises to be a sunshine day. How excited I am.
Yeah, somehow I like sunshine and I don't like too much cold. I don't like too much heat. So nobody wants to be
moderate.
Yeah, moderate. When it wants to be sunny, it's really, really sunny. And when it wants to rain, it rains cat and mouse.
So what do you expect in this part of the world?
Well, I expect a normal temperature, not too hot, not too cold. I think that's fine.
Then you got to check out somewhere.
Oh yeah, Canada. I love Nigeria anyway. So we have a lot for you on the show today. Michael will tell us some of the things we have.
Oh sure, we've got a news update, newspaper review, Tweet Central, and entertainment corner with success. Right now, we're kicking off with the news update. The presidency has dismissed the ongoing smear campaign against the Minister of Communications and Digital Economy, Dr. Issa Pantami, saying the Buhari administration stands behind all Nigerians, including the minister, against unfair treatment. Reacting to calls in some quarters for Pantami to resign over his utterances over 20 years ago, Malam Garba Shehu, the president's spokesman, in a statement in Abuja Thursday, described such calls as unfortunate. According to him, it is unfair and unfortunate for anyone to seek for the downfall of a hard-working public servant due to the statement he made in the past, even after such statements been rejected by the affected person. And the President Muhammadu Buhari has condemned the latest killing by bandits in Zamfara State, warning that such wanton disregard for life will be brought to an end sooner than later. The President, in reaction to the incident, via statement by his spokesman Malam Garba Shehu in Abuja on Thursday, said that this insane and persistent violence against innocent people must stop. These criminals should stop pushing their luck too far by believing that the government lacks the capacity to crush them. Buhari directed the military, security and intelligence agencies to take immediate steps to close all existing gaps in their operations being exploited by criminals to wreak havoc. The World Health Organization says about 16.6 million children in Africa missed planned supplemental measles vaccine doses between January 2020 and April 2021 due to the coronavirus pandemic. The WHO Regional Director for Africa, Ms. Matshidiso Moeti, made this known during a virtual press conference facilitated by APO group on Thursday. Measles are highly contagious, requiring at least 95% immunization coverage in the population to prevent outbreaks. Yet coverage with the first dose of the measles-containing vaccine has stagnated at around 69% in the WHO African region since 2013.
And now the Chief Justice of Nigeria, Justice Ibrahim Mohammed, says the decision by court workers nationwide to embark on strike to press for financial autonomy for the judiciary is justified. He said it has become difficult to fold the idea of the strike since the rights of the union and its members, which are clearly defined in the Constitution, are being denied, especially at state level. And one more news before we wrap it up. The world, India has recorded the highest one-day tally of new COVID-19 cases anywhere in the world, and the country's highest number of deaths over 24 hours. It was close to 16 million confirmed cases, second only to the US. The country is struggling with the second wave, raising more fears about its overwhelmed healthcare system. Crowds have formed outside hospitals in major cities, which are filled to capacity, and a number of people have died while waiting for oxygen. Sad news there, right, Michael?
Quite a sad one there. It's quite unfortunate, really.
All right, then. We'll take a short break now. Up next is the newspaper review. Please stay with us.
For body, no chemical at all. This na real banga. No more wahala or pandy washy. Just put on for fire and your food is already. Everybody follow me chop banga, hey banga, oh. Make you follow me chop banga cook don easy. Banga na palm fruit where they come out. Put them inside can. You fit use banga cook any kind soup where you like. And other food them like rice, beans, and even yam. Now Pali Agro Product Limited then they manufacture them. For distribution, make you call 070-666-38213. Banga for make your food yummy.
Everyone, my name is Chinwe Ebili. I'm here to introduce to you a very nutritious food produced and packaged by Pali Agro Product Limited. For this reason, the market has increased in stock. What are we talking about? True unripe plantain flour. It contains iron, fiber, vitamin B6, which helps your digestive system. Take a close look through unripe plantain flour because it is satisfying, unique, and good for the red blood cell. It reduces risk of diabetes and excellent for production. Hurry now while the stock lasts. True unripe plantain flour is available in all leading stores nationwide. Produced and packaged by Pali Agro Product Limited, Ashikpa Village in Ogun State. True unripe plantain flour, superfood for healthy living.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners. Best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery. Ooh.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
You're still watching our breakfast tonic here, and it's Daybreak here on iBrandTV. Next up is headlines on some of today's Nigerian dailies, and we have right here in the studio to help us analyze some of the issues coming up, Femi Johnson, our public affairs analyst. Femi, good morning.
Good morning, Femi.
Michael, good morning. Thank God it's Friday.
The way you are dressed, it reminds one of the weekend.
Yeah.
One feels like going party, you know.
You know, there's always this special feeling on Friday.
On Fridays, yeah, correct.
I don't know why it's always like that.
Well, because
but
you
I
have
feel
time to
good
rest.
this morning.
Oh, yeah, I do feel good too.
It's written all over you.
Yeah.
We are kicking off with the punch. Governors beg federal government to postpone $2.1 billion support repayment. CBN kicks. NEC faults Obaseki, says 60 billion naira not printed to shore up March allocation. Minister fixes May date. CBN explains technical challenges in further shifts. At the topmost portion, we have presidency battles to save Pantami reps plan debate. Nigeria fears arms influx over Idris Deby's death. And at the bottom part, we have Masob rejects UK asylum offer, says it is ploy to stop Biafra.
Now we go over to the Daily Trust newspaper. The top story says Nigeria is bleeding coming from the federal government, with writers saying fingers political ethno-religious leaders. Tell us their names. ACF Afenifere challenge defense minister. Northern governors meet Buhari. Gunmen on the prowl kill several in Benue, Edo, and Rivers State. Now that story says alleged link to terrorists will stand behind Pantami presidency. 60 buried as death toll in Zamfara attack rises. And beneath the paper says uproar in Kano prison over illicit drugs. Nigeria overtakes Congo, worst in global electricity access. And federal government fixes 6-week timeline for passport processing. And knocks kudos as APC kicks against fresh petrol price hike.
From the New Telegraph, we have disquiet as Olonishaki, Brutai, others await postings. Riders there, federal government shortlisting ally countries for ex-service chiefs to avoid rejection. They can either be accepted or rejected. Professor Akinteriwa. Wide NAS may invite ex-military chiefs over $1 billion arms fund. No money was printed for March allocations. This coming from NEC. airline industry moves to cut losses by $79 billion in 2021. And the last from the New Telegraph, Pantami, Nigerians fret over 51 million NIN database. Riders there, allegations against minister threatens NIN SIM linkage exercise, and Pantami made enemies by putting people first, says presidency.
Now we'll move over to the Nation newspaper. The top story says governors take kidnapping killings concern to Buhari. Riders saying president orders special military operation. 53 bodies recovered in Zamfara community. Traditional ruler, 3 others killed in Benue. 2 nurses abducted from Kaduna Hospital. Sad story here, I must say. And also NEC dismisses Obasanjo's 60 billion printing claim. And the top story says, the top of the paper says how 500 billion naira COVID-19 fund was spent. LNNG gets 20 billion naira tax waiver. A Nollywood actor arrested for serial rape of minor. CJN justifies Juson strike over autonomy. Beneath the paper says house help steals 3,500 naira after killing boss. Femi Johnson, thank you one more time for being on the show.
Always my pleasure.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
I'd like to take from one of the stories on the Daily Trust. Beneath the paper says Nigeria overtakes Congo, worst in global electricity access. You know, it's well, I'll allow you react to that. So, what do you think about it?
Well, the screaming headline there is Nigeria is bleeding.
Yes.
Now, if you look at the development when it comes to insecurity in Nigeria, or you look at the deplorable state of security in Nigeria, you don't need a soothsayer to tell you that Nigeria is bleeding. I'll give you instances, just like what we had a day ago, where some nurses were kidnapped in Kaduna. And you remember we still have some students of Greenfield University still at large. And then a few days ago, you had a monarch who was being kidnapped. And then if you look at this, occurrences, these incidents, they keep happening every day. So if you follow these trends of insecurity, you don't need an angel. You don't need a prophet to tell you that Nigeria is in crisis. And if this is coming from the Minister of Defense saying Nigeria is bleeding, then we have cause to sit up. It's not a tea party, it's not a joke anymore. And so what is expected? You see, another headline said that the governors, they had to take the problem of insecurity, kidnapping to Buhari. That's the ideal thing to do. When you look at the relationship between leaders and subordinates, as a subordinate, if you're in problem, the ideal thing is for you to go to your leader and then table the problem before your leader to seek assistance or help. And that's what the governors have done. But we all know that the problem or the solution to insecurity in Nigeria, I've always been saying, has to be decentralized. It has to be localized, because Nigeria is far from a period we are now in an era where we can't leave security to the federal government alone, because it's obvious in the last 6 months that the federal government cannot do it alone. So my appeal is for us to localize the solution to our security problems. It has to be localized. What do I mean? We've gotten to a stage where every community has to take responsibility for its security or insecurity. They have to see themselves as stakeholders, critical stakeholders. What I mean is the Bale, the chiefs, the OBs, the community leaders, they have to make arrangements to complement what we have at the federal level. Otherwise, we'll keep having what we're having, because it's obvious that the solution has to be localized. What it means is it has to be within the neighborhood. Not that, okay, someone will be seated in Abuja, or someone will just be issuing an order from Abuja or wherever. And we are at that level now where we need to critically look at this as quick as we can.
This also tends to support the call for state police and the like.
That's been, the call has been for ages. It's been a long cry. It's been an age-long thing, and I'm hoping that can be practicalized as soon as possible.
We hope so too.
Yeah. All right, then we have to wrap up the segment. Thank you so much, Femi, for joining us to discuss. I know you have a lot of things to say.
Yeah.
And I like to refer to you as a friend of the house.
Oh, really?
Yes, yes.
I'll add that to my CV.
Oh, yeah, you should. Thank you so much, Femi.
Thank you very much.
All right,
Thank
then.
you so much.
We're speaking to Femi Johnson, a public affairs analyst. We'll take a short break now. We'll go into the topic for the day when we return. Please stay with us.
Powerful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. I've found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neo. I found Blemiviv, and now my skin finally makes sense.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, for clean wash and quick delivery. Ooh.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
From the farm, it good for body. No chemical at all. This na real banga. No more wahala or pandy wash. Just put on for fire and your food is ready. Everybody follow me chop banga, hey banga, oh. Make you follow me chop Banga cook don easy. Banga na palm fruit wey dem comot, put am inside can. You fit use banga cook any kind soup wey you like, and other food dem like rice, beans, and even yam. Na Pali Agro Product Limited dem dey manufacture am. For distribution, make you call 070-666-38213. Banga, for make your food yummy.
My name is Chinwe Ebili. I'm here to introduce to you a very nutritious food produced and packaged by Pali Agro Product Limited. For this reason, the market has increased in stock. What are we talking about? True unripe plantain flour. It contains iron, fiber, vitamin B6, which helps your digestive system. Take a close look. True unripe plantain flour, because it is satisfying, unique, and good for the red blood cell. It reduces risk of diabetes and excellent for production. Hurry now while the stock lasts. True unripe plantain flour is available in all leading stores nationwide. Produced and packaged by Pali Agro Product Limited, Ashikpa Village in Ogun State. True unripe plantain flour, superfood for healthy living.
Thank you for staying with us. This is still iBrand Daybreak. If you're just tuning in, don't worry, you've not missed so much. You still have a lots of programs lined up for you today. And now a very popular Twitter user at Solomon_Buchi took to Twitter to say it's trying to join a dating app while searching for love. I'll read the tweet. He said, "It's absolutely fine to join a dating app to search for love. I think there's this whole bias that joining a dating app is a sign of desperation rather. No, it isn't. It's okay to acknowledge that you want to be in a relationship. It's not shameful to be tired of singleness." And then he tweeted again and said, "The whole world is going digital. And I think that COVID actually shook the world in a way that we are reminded that we need an alternative to physical interactions and meetings. What if another pandemic happens and we can't leave home for 4 years? You know, go marry." Oh well. He also said, "I also think that couples who meet on dating apps should tell their stories. So the idea that getting on dating apps is desperate will be destigmatized." So what do you think? Do you think genuine partners can be found on dating apps or social media? Let's hear your thoughts on this. But before we start, I have, of course, I have Michael Nat in the studio with me, and also have my guest presenters, Success Kaminos and Jidechi Jideze. So thank you once more. Good morning, Jidechi.
You're welcome.
Good morning,
You're welcome.
people.
Yeah, good morning, beautiful Success. Nice dress, I must say.
Yeah, very colorful.
Yeah.
Very colorful.
All right, now, the issue of dating app, he said, Solomon Buchi said people think it's a sign of desperation to be on a dating app, and also there's a bias about it. Some people also think it's mainly for hookups and really you can't find genuine love. So now the question is it absolutely fine to, he said it's absolutely fine to join. So do you think you can find a genuine partner on dating sites or social media? So Jidechi, let me start with you. What do you think?
It's actually possible to find genuine partners on dating apps. I mean, there was a reason it was created in the first place, and I think it's for dating apps to still be existing at this point. It means it's been working over the years. So let me just keep it short by saying yes, it's definitely possible.
All right, Success.
Of course, it's
so I know it not just the possibility now. It's genuine. Of course, you can.
Genuine.
You don't forget people that some dating apps have come and they left now because people. I don't want to mention, but some dating apps were actually created with genuine intentions. Then later it became a site where ladies and gents go and look for people to have probably one night stands with or hookups and nothing.
And who says there's something wrong with that?
Well, I wouldn't know. That's why I have you here to tell me what you think.
I don't think, as long as they are real people. Now the problem comes in when a site is created. There are so many sites these days that camouflage as dating sites or dating apps, but they are run by robots.
Oh wow!
Of course, they are run by robots. So people come on that site. They subscribe to that site, that's enlarging the pocket of the creator, and then robots are chatting with them, are responding to them, you know. So there is that. Just in case you are out there and you did not know that those things existed, please know that they are fake dating apps. Now, if you are now on a real dating app, you've confirmed that you're on a real dating app, I feel that spreading your tentacles, meeting people for whatsoever reason, as long as these people are not dangerous, they are safe to be with. Explore, do whatsoever it is you want to do, and if you get fortunate and you find love on the app, very good for you.
What if you get unfortunate? Well, Michael, what do you have to say about this dating app / social media now?
Well, just the same way the world is filled with the good, the bad, the not so good, not so bad, the beautiful and the ugly, so are the dating apps and social media. It's a mixed grill of both the saints and the satanic. So it all depends. Whatever you can find in the church, you can also find here. I think all one has to do is be diligent, you know, and I really have to emphasize this. The aura you generate attracts people of like minds. So you have to be diligent, you have to be real, and you have to be very careful of who you associate with, generally speaking. So dating apps or social media, it's not an issue. If it's an issue, even the church is also an issue, because the church can't even boast of men and women, genuine men and women who possess the right qualities of a husband or a wife, as the case may be. So it's universal.
All right, before we go further, I would like to read this tweet, the response rather, from our social media, our live chat. Please send your comments, come in, we'll read it on the show. And the gift said, I think it's a 50-50 thing, because even the partners you meet one-on-one can play you. I think maybe he means, or she means, he or she can not be as good as you think person would be. And she went further to say, I think if the intention is genuine and there's understanding, I think it can work. And also, this Later House Church of Christ said, I feel like dating apps has a lot of people faking who they really are. So to me, I say no to dating app. Also, the gift said, but in a country like Nigeria, the disadvantage outweighs the advantage. Now, this is another part of this discussion. The Later House Church of Christ said, people fake.
Actually, Michael mentioned that earlier, and I was going to buttress that point. The fact that being real is one of the things that play a major factor once it comes to dating off the internet. All you need many times is for both parties to be real. The moment one party is not being real, that's where ingenuity comes in. So all you need many of the times, that's why, like one of the comments said, it's a 50-50 chance. You can't tell what kind of person you're going to meet off the internet. You're not sure of this person's personality. So it's not something you can say you have a control over. So you need to just hope for the best at this point, because you can't really choose. So
and
you
also
can
know
get
what you want.
So that's
going on. First of all, I don't even think dating apps are rampant in this part of the world. We are not people that Africans are not people, or should I limit it to Nigerians? We're not people that don't believe in what we've not seen. I don't know, argue with me, but I stand on that. So we are not people that would like go into full out or all out into investing time into an app or meeting somebody via an app. The days of 2Go and early days of Facebook, there was the craze and all, but as he said, people go there with ulterior motives, bad intention. But these days, as we advance, as technology widens, we have come to the point where we actually believe in meeting real people on this app. Now, not dating apps now, social media in general, because social media, like I said, I've said often, has broken the barrier so we can connect. I'm in Lagos, I can meet someone in Port Harcourt, and I've heard stories about people traveling all the way, far distances, to meet someone that they met on social media, and it worked out.
But a very risky one.
Very risky.
On the other hand, very risky. A lot of people out there had lost their lives, you know, by venturing into
or have bad experiences traveling. But then it didn't happen to me, and it.
Oh, you have done.
Oh yes, I have done that before.
Okay, your man. That was the way you met him. Is that what you're trying to tell us?
Yes, I met my man on Instagram.
What are we talking about?
I think, in my opinion, I think there's nothing wrong in having to meet someone on social media. People who've gotten married have friends, bro.
Lots of people. Lots of people.
Okay, now, okay, comment to still rolling and Top Man says dating app is a no for me, all right. Top Man, that's something. Patrick saying dating app is a yes for me. And Item Donald said is yes, it's possible to find your partner on social media. His advantages can't overshadow the advantage. Oh wow. Okay, Michael say, man, I got no time for dating app, all right, bro. And Patrick Simpson is saying let's not make this a religious thing. No, that's not our intention on the show. The gift says, for instance, an app like Tinder, okay, it was created for people to meet and start a new relationship, but Nigerians, as Nigerians, had turned it upside down. It has become a hookup site,
like
and
it's been abused.
Oh my goodness.
But it's still a reason for meeting partners, hook up or not.
J2W said some people use this app for prostitution. Oh, well, I think, for instance, I personally an experience, I met someone on in social media. Somehow, I don't know how he saw me, and he sent me DM on Instagram, and we got talking. Yes, we did not date. Well, something was trying to happen, and then he said, I really do like you. After a while, I really do like you. But the problem is, and I really want something serious with you, fine. Whatever, he was genuine. Well, something happened that we're not together anymore. That doesn't make him bad. Oh, now, what he says one of the time is, when I take to meet my parents, if they ask you, please don't tell them we met on social media. Now that's another, like, because now the parents really want to, where did you meet your husband? Where did you meet him? That they met him on Instagram. My other sister has told me, Margaret, don't meet any man on social media again. Well, it's like, you want to meet on the road, how sure are you that they are even good?
Like, there's no, okay, you meet somebody at a club. Instagram, between Instagram and a club, if we're putting morality into this, so which one would you pick? Say these are real people. Now I feel like it's even safer to meet people on Facebook, on Instagram. Of course, they are fake accounts, but if you're a regular social media user, I feel you are able to spot who is real and who is fake. Like I said before, I met the person I'm dating.
Spot who is real and who is fake.
Well,
no, it takes time.
Like I said,
it takes time. It doesn't just happen in one day.
You don't just believe the person and go. Like I said, I met the person I'm dating on Instagram, but I had seen him on TV first. I knew he was a real person. And so when I saw him on Instagram and he DM'd me, DM'd me, I knew that, okay, this is a real person. And we hooked up for work now, not dating. We hooked up.
And something linked to something.
And then something led to something. What I'm trying to say is, you can meet people up, like comedians on social media, for example. They meet up and they collaborate. You know, YouTubers meet up and they collaborate. So you can meet real people on social media. And like I said, if you get lucky and you meet that person and you click, something happens and it becomes love and you get married, it's perfect.
I think there's a reaction now that's very interesting. I would like to read. It says, the gift says, so I think the problem is not the apps, the problems are the people. I agree with that. The Medical Identity says dating apps and online relationships in general can be very delicate, okay? As much as you can find love anywhere, one just has to be very careful and patient. So, Donald said, debating logically on this really depends on whoever you meet in social media. So meeting physically and on social media is subjected to the outcome. Well,
can I quickly say something? The comments you read earlier, I was beginning to see a norm, which I feel is kind of not. Okay, let me just put this out there. I think many people were against, many of the comments you read earlier were against the notion that hooking up is a bad thing. I mean, social media was created for relationships. Relationships must not always be the dating aspect.
How do you now define hook up? Hooking up.
No, okay. This is my point. She mentioned she met somebody off the internet for work.
Okay.
You could meet another person off the internet for a relationship.
Sure.
You could meet another person off the internet for business.
Of course.
So what's the issue with meeting somebody off the internet for who it's still something? And what if that also leads to another?
And let's go back.
So I think that notion is it should be flawed that having something aside dating is a bad thing.
Oh, okay.
So I noticed it in many of the comments, and I actually think
since it's a dating app, you are on the dating app like Tinder. You're on the dating app. You're on the app to meet people.
it's just like Tinder. Many people think Tinder, the reason Tinder is what it is now, shouldn't be. I mean,
it was created for that purpose.
Let me give you a brief story. I was working sometime last year. I was working somewhere in Abuja, and I had this friend of mine who was a makeup artist of where I was working, and she said one of the times we were making up preparing for my show, and she asked me, Marcus, you in a relationship? I said, no, sis. Like, how would you be in a relationship? Monday, Saturday, Sunday, you are in the office. This office, I come here, I meet you here, I go home, I come back, meet you here, and you're in a new city. Okay, I have friends in Abuja anyway, but I came for work, not pleasure. So, like, how would you even, in short, there's this dating app. She met her boyfriend there. They're still together till now. They've been together for like 4 years. And she met him there. Okay, he said, I'm going to create an account for you now. I told her, I do not like dating apps. Honestly, I don't like dating apps. I rather meet you one-on-one, not for any reason. But she created the account for me, did my phone and all the things she did with my phone, and I finally had the account. And then it was Tinder. It was Tinder. Now, that was Tinder. And then I was like, I don't like all of this. So I met, now the persons I met on Tinder, I am not dating them because I do not like dating apps. But I have met amazing persons that have given me
that is what I'm trying to, that's what I want to hear.
I met some persons also who were trying to be freaky and funny, but I have to tell them, you do not do this. One literally told me when he matched with me, and he said, what we got talking, he said, my intention really was this, but talking to you, I see that you're not that kind of person. So that I don't even know how to tell you my real, and we are friends till this. We're not dating, but I've gotten contract from him.
So
I think at this point we should be talking about being open-minded. Many people are so close-minded to the possibility of meeting a good person of the internet.
All right, then we have to wrap up the show. And last comment before I go. Please about me. Thank you. You said you're going to slide into my DM. Well, I'm waiting for you. I believe in dating apps. Now, after the next one I had. All right. Thank you so much for joining us in this conversation. And we have this particular issue going on social media now. I'm thanking you for joining the first conversation now. That doesn't mean I'm wrapping up the show, Okay, now there's been a discussion and argument about big weddings versus small weddings. Some like the glitz and glamour, while others would rather go private. Now, some persons would love to go private, but family wouldn't let them, while others would go private, irrespective. So which do you prefer and why? Let's say your thoughts on the comment section below. Meanwhile, I also have a reaction from... I have reaction from social media, but then I'll allow my guest presenters tell us what to think about big weddings versus small weddings. And if you're, for instance, if your family is a family that you cannot have a small wedding, even if you want a small wedding, would you go against your family's wish? For instance, I want a small wedding, but I have sisters who can bring the whole world to my wedding. And I told them that for the sake of the fact that I've won a shiri for my first wedding, they say they must wear on my own. So if you want to eat rice or you want to do what the ceremony, come for the traditional marriage. That's because I want to please my friends. For the white wedding, I'm so sorry, without invitation, less than 50 persons in the garden by God's grace at the cool of the evening, and all of the bridal train I do not want. So hold on. So
let me start off with something I told somebody some days back. First off, I'm a small wedding person.
Okay.
And one of my biggest fears has always been not having a small wedding. The reason is I grew up with...
What a fear.
I grew up with... no, you know why I said it's one of my... Well, I think the way I said biggest fear is like it's a very serious thing. But then the point I'm trying to make is I grew up in a family that I'm quite average, but I have parents that in their circles they are really, really popular because of their kind of personalities. So my parents are this type of people that people want to celebrate with them. People want to be around them because of the kind of people they are. And I get favors up till today because of the kind of good deeds my dad have done in the past. So now I want to imagine I'm doing a wedding, and it's just like saying a governor's child now is having a wedding, and the governor's son or daughter is expecting just their own friends to attend the wedding. and not the friends of the governor or the first lady. You know how it sounds. It's almost difficult. And that's the situation I find myself in for somebody that wants to have a small wedding. So I think many times we in Nigeria tend to miss out the fact that we are Nigerians and we like party.
Well,
we are Nigerians, and the extended family factor is part of it.
Of course.
How possible is it for you to even have a small wedding in Nigeria?
Well, I want to ask something. I want to add something. Now, first of all, I'm not even a white wedding person. I'm very, very, let's say, traditional, because this is my opinion now. White wedding is not African culture. So
I agree.
Traditional marriage is what I'm really about. Now, Africans say wedding is for the family, marriage is for the couple. So since you are in Nigeria, like he said, make sure that you give them the wedding that they want. So that
and that's where the problem comes in. Are you giving them, like, I want to do my wedding, it's not for you.
No. But at
it's
times,
an avenue
just
to celebrate with you.
Yeah, contrary to your position, your stand as regards this issue, you may decide to make it a small one, and the kind of relationship or the family you come from decide to make it big. In which case, whatever money is going to be spent on this occasion won't come from your pockets.
Except that's the
They'll
case.
just contribute and make it big.
Even if it comes from my pocket,
So that's the point. Even with the contribution, there are still some people who don't. Okay, here's the reason some people actually. I don't know for you. I don't know what yours might be, but mine is. I just don't want to see too many people at my wedding.
Yeah.
I just want.
I agree.
I want the focus to be people I'm familiar with. Let the people at my wedding be Michael, be Margaret, people I can call by their first names, not another person that you tell me. No.
But is there any way you can control such?
Well, like
that is my question. Can you really control it? Because that's a big
I
question.
don't think it's necessary. There is nothing wrong with that. Having the whole world, as far as you have enough to go around.
Now, the thing is, some people naturally are private. So people look everywhere. For instance, persons may see me and assume that I am everywhere. But the truth is, even down to my Instagram handle, it's private. Because I don't want people, I don't like people always checking me out. But because of my color and looks, it always happens. If, like, I'm going to go against the wish of my parents. My kind of friends are parents that wouldn't even mind. My dad has literally told me, if I bless you, your husband's family bless you, I give you to your husband. I don't care if you do party or not.
But in a case where you have a family like Judechi.
No, I am coming to that. I feel, as much as you think you can control it, in this my opinion, I feel my wedding is me. I'm going to go contrary if I have that kind of, like, I said, my sisters can bring the whole world. My parents don't need to bring them, but my two sisters alone can bring the whole world down there. And I've told them, if you try it, even you will be outside. So you have to choose, if that's to attend. But you can actually, if you really stand your ground, Mommy, this is what I want. That is what you explain. They can explain to their friends. Come on, I don't know, like, whether the money is for me or not. I don't know, like, so much people around.
Okay.
I'd rather have a perfect honeymoon than have the picture perfect.
Thank God you
wedding.
mentioned honeymoon. I feel like since you're a private person and I keep hammering on this is Nigeria. We are all about the old and glitz and
Judechi and Margaret are private persons. What about your partners to be?
Exactly. That's another angle.
That's another angle, and that's for another day. We'll have to wrap up the segment. Thank you. But before I go, we'll read from 2 more comments. Femi Johnson said, Judechi, I'm a small wedding person. It's obvious from the look. I agree with him, Sha. I had to cut court for my wedding to save money to buy my first car. I bought the car a week to my wedding. And Jude said, I love weddings. I love small wedding, so that food go reach everyone and people go still take away money. People go still get take away and money go still make the food my family good. And this later, as he's saying, I said it, me and Margaret have something in common. Well, I do not know about that. So I also
he or a she, please, let's know.
You have to be very careful.
I also like small weddings and something private. I love beautiful broadcasters. So what are you thinking? I think what I'm thinking. I'm not thinking what you are thinking. So
somebody is shooting shots.
They're shooting shots at me. But thank you so much, Judechi, and success to us for joining us on this segment. Up next, we'll take a short break now, but up next is the entertainment corner with Success coming up. So stay with us.
beautiful looks command respect, they say. The perfect body, the perfect grooming, and ultimately the perfect skin. Looks, style, and grooming makes the ultimate man. I've found a ridiculously easy way to make my skin always feel epic. My name is Neo. I found Blemiviv, and now my skin finally makes sense.
Swift Dry Cleaners Limited, professional dry cleaners, best in dry cleaning and laundry services that meets the needs of our consumers. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Yeah, for clean wash and quick delivery. Yeah, Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. Swift Dry Cleaners Limited. For clean wash and quick delivery.
Swift Dry Cleaners. Clean wash.
From the farm, it good for body. No chemical at all. This na real banga. No more wahala or pandy washy. Just put on for fire and your food done ready. Everybody follow me chop banga, hey banga, oh. Make you follow me chop Banga cook don easy. Bangana palm fruit wey dem comot, put am inside can. You fit use banga cook any kind soup wey you like, and other food dem like rice, beans, and even yam. Na Pali Agro Product Limited dem dey manufacture am. For distribution, make you call 070-666-38213. Banga, for make your food yummy.
This is still iBrand Daybreak. Welcome to the entertainment corner. My name is Success Caminus. So straight into the gist for today. There's been a bit of drama on social media as another comedian whose real name is Nonso but also goes by the nickname Ada Jesus has been asked to drop the name. The request, according to her, came from fans of Ada Jesus, whose real name is Nonso, who recently passed away. She has taken to social media, that is Nonso, to address these issues. Now, fans of the late comedian are of the opinion that she started using the name before Nonso, and Nonso stole the name Ada Jesus. Now, in a lengthy video shared on Instagram, the young lady, that is Nonso this time around, coming out to address this issue, said that she thought it was a case of mistaking identity when people started dropping condolence messages on her page. She revealed that she knew about Ada Jesus, that is the late one, before her death, and that was when she realized that the two of them shared the nickname. And also continued by saying that even after realizing that the late comedian was using the same name, she did not want to change it and is still not going to do that after her death. She expressed hurt over the fact that people are accusing her of suddenly using the name Ada Jesus as well as the late comedian's death to trend. A post on that, which one comment read, "Auntie, I love your comedy, but
that does not mean I shouldn't say my mind. Please stop using the dead to trend. Ouch. And Maya Miss says, if not till the whole saga began, I don't even know her. The name Ada Jesus I know is you. I don't know. It's kind of a complicated situation right now. Two people bearing Ada Jesus, one is dead, and people are asking the other one to respect the dead and drop the name. But this girl is already popular with that name. So do you think it's fair that she drops the name? Okay, moving on to the next story. We have Chrissy Teigen and Kim Kardashian on this one. So Chrissy has come out to support Kim Kardashian in her divorce. She's saying that Kim Kardashian is doing the right thing moving on from her husband, Kanye West. So she sat down for an interview in which she expressed her support to Kim, Kim's decision to divorce Kanye, stating that no one should have to go through what Kim has. Sitting down for a chat on Watch What Happens, Chrissy made it clear that she has Kim's back every step of the way and that she feels the latter is doing the right thing. Kim Kardashian and Kanye West maintain friendship for their kids, and Chrissy said that they've been keeping in touch with Kim but not so with Kanye. Now moving on, I will read a quote right now. She said, I will say I have definitely been in touch with Kim more than John has been in touch with Kanye. If anyone knows Kanye, it's that he goes off grid. It's hard to ever contact Kanye. Well, they are going through a really rough divorce. I wish Kim the very best. I've seen that she fought for the marriage, but it is not easy having a bipolar husband or a husband who is living with bipolar disorder. Very, very tough. And that's all we have from this segment. Make sure to keep the conversation going by letting us know what you think about the stories on our live chat. Back to you, Margaret.
All right, thank you, Success, for that entertainment gist. Now, the topic we discussed earlier is now over here to continue. It continues on all our social media platforms. Please always share your thoughts. Don't forget to keep sharing your thoughts. And now Twitter has been bubbling. But before then, if you're just joining in, you've missed a large part of the segment. But not to worry, later in the day would have a repeat belt. And also, on Monday, I was about to say tomorrow, but it's Saturday. Tomorrow, you should be sleeping and washing your clothes. But on Monday, you could just tune in at 9 a.m. so you don't miss some more. Twitter has been bubbling. It always does bubble. A lot of things are happening. And now, there's this tweet that I find very important. It's about gut feeling. It says, at Sokri _ tweeted and said, when you get a gut feeling to stay home, stay home. And then, okay, reply at Grandmasters 3 replied, said, when the desire is so intense and when the desire is so intense on going out, you end up abandoning the words of the gut. You can only imagine the consequences. Replying to the person who tweeted about the gut feeling, someone said, guess I'm never going to school again. Well, you just don't like school. That's my opinion. Okay, someone else replied at Honcho11 replied and said, especially when it's your mother who's telling you, moms always know. Well, a bad person who said she might never, or he or she might never go to school again, that's not your gut feeling. That's just you being lazy, I think so. And also gut feeling, Michael, Success. You know, when that period when you want to go somewhere. I know I've wanted to travel one time, and my mom said, I don't like this trip. I had to cancel. Another time I had a flight from Port Harcourt to Lagos. I'd already booked. It was on a Sunday afternoon after church, and then one person called me and said, okay, the one more like a pastor she said, Margaret, I don't feel good about the flight. Please change it. And I had to book another one it was on a Friday evening. She told me on Saturday. Of course, I paid extra. So all of these gut feelings, we don't know what
it's saving us from. Yes, it's very like someone said, like one of the tweets she read that mothers know.
Yeah.
Listen to your mother. You're not a British person. Here we listen to our mother.
Yeah. Even some British people will listen to their parents.
Yes. No shade on British people, but this is Nigeria. So listen to your mother. She has saved me from a lot of things.
Correct.
When you go out and somebody does something to you, please don't react.
And that's the thing. People annoy you the most.
If one is really spiritual, when that small still voice speaks to you,
Make sure you listen.
Just listen and do whatever.
Yeah, and rather than call it God's feeding, because I'm a Christian, I would like to call it the voice of the Holy Spirit. Muslims will have what to call it, traditionalists will have what to call it, but I know we all serve one God, and I would like to call that the voice of the Holy Spirit because it's important. He has saved me. He has saved loved ones. I know how many times I would have entered into maybe something so bad, but when I don't listen, that's disaster ends up happening. But times I listen. So rather than for me, Margaret's opera, I rather call it the voice of the Holy Spirit. And at this point, we have to wrap up the show. It's a Friday. I know there's something that comes with Friday. People are always happy on Friday. But I'll leave you with this quote. It said, let every day be a Friday. Challenge yourself to be happy every day. So the same way you get happy on Fridays, get happy on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Challenge yourself to be happy all the time. My name is Margaret Opera.
That's a very good one from Anonymous.
Yeah.
My name is Success Cameron. It's been wonderful hanging out.
Thank you, Success. Nice dress again.
Like, I should take pictures.
Oh, you will take pictures.
You really look colorful today.
Yeah.
I love that. And you go out there and have a rollicking weekend. I'm Michael Nath.
See you next week.
Goodbye.
iBrandTV. Business